Shalom Yabashim Shabakathum to my brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Elathum Bashim Yahweh Shai to my sisters. This is Priest and Officer Kala. I'm with the Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Under commanding General Yohanan, we've been around since 1969 and started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are not affiliated with any other groups. You know what I'm saying? Today is a law class. You know what I'm saying? And what we're going to go into today is the dietary laws, things that we can and cannot eat. You know what I'm saying? And that's according to the Bible. It's not coming out of my mouth. It's coming out of the Bible, straight from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to start with Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Yeah, Hosea 4 and 6.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My peoples are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Yeah, nice. Hosea, I don't know if anybody heard him, but the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6, is my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So, my people, you are destroyed. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to tell you why you're destroyed. You forsake the law. You stop obeying the law. You know what I'm saying? And now you're out there doing the things that are going against the law. So he's like, you forgot my knowledge. You forsake it. You rejecting it. So now I'm going to reject you. I'm going to forget you. You no longer for me. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I brought that out is because I see this every day. I see brothers and sisters out there, my blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian people out there eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's their favorite thing, is pork. I don't know if y'all know this, but pork was not something that we actually liked. You know what I'm saying? We detested it. You know what I'm saying? We hated it to the point where we would rather die than eat it. You know what I'm saying? We would rather suffer many, many pains and consequences, 1,000 swords against the flesh, than eat pork. But nowadays, freely eating it. You know what I'm saying? Freely eating it. Went to the store the other day. Lady over there, she got all types of pork products in her cart, telling me she follows the law and she don't like pork. She don't eat pork. I was like, well, why do you have pork in your cart? She goes, that's not for me. It's for my children. I'm sitting like, how does that make sense? If you know the law, and then you know that it's forbidden for you to eat it, it's worthy of death. It's an abomination. You know what I'm saying? That pig, eating it is disgusting, vile thing to do. You know why? Because pork is not good for you anyway. And I'm gonna give you a modern day look at it. You know what I'm saying? If you was to look up, I don't know if they took it down yet, but if you look up the correct temperature to cook pork, it's going to give you an answer that there is no correct temperature to eat pork, because pork is poisonous. Pork is so poisonous, even if you cook it, it will still kill you. It's one of the leading causes of high blood pressure. It's one of the main reasons why you have diabetes. You know what I'm saying? You know how you sit there and have like worms and stuff in your body? That's also another cause from eating pork. You know what I'm saying? Skin bloating, blisters, worms in your eyes, styes, all types of things. I can give you a whole bunch of medical reasons on why you shouldn't eat pork, but I guarantee that people are still going to be eating pork, even though they know better now. You know what I'm saying? So again, y'all destroyed. Y'all rejecting the knowledge. I'm giving you the knowledge that you need now. You know what I'm saying? Don't reject it. Accept it. And be mindful of it. You know what I'm saying? Even before I came into the truth. Even before that. You know what happened? I stopped eating pork. Why? Because one day I was eating what was it? A BLT. Brothers like they BLTs. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and put that on the sandwich with some cheese, lettuce, and tomatoes. I can't have mayo, so I put ranch on mine. I'm a weirdo, but oh well. You know what I'm saying? And after I ate it, I took 3 bites and my hands felt like they were swollen and to the point where they were stinging. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, this wasn't happening before I ate the pork. This happened after I ate the pork. So what I did was throw it away. I was like, nah, there's something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, why? Why is this happening to me? Man, I just wanted a sandwich. Went in there and after I threw the bacon sandwich away, I made what was it? Like a ham or something like that, another unlawful item. And it happened again. So I was like, yeah, pork isn't for me. You know what I'm saying? So I gave it up. And I went to eating the lawful things. Chicken, bison, oxtail. You know what I'm saying? Fish. About Slocky said, I know you know how to cook. I know you love cooking. Hey, it's some good stuff out there, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, one time.
Yeah, I had made some goat curry. Oh, delicious. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? It's lawful. You know what I'm saying? It's lawful. But yeah, that's another reason why I was going into this and bringing everything out. You know what I'm saying? And the next scripture I was going to go to, I am going to go to, is Matthew 5:18. While you get that, I'm going to go ahead and keep talking. But yeah, so every day I see it. We was out there doing our street teaching. You know what I'm saying? You know how many brothers and sisters I seen go inside that Checkers and probably buy one of the most unhealthiest burgers out this place? You know what I'm saying? You know, they got to the point where they start putting bacon in milkshakes now. Bacon on donuts. I don't think they know that before pork was for slaves. Pork is for slaves. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
See, what happens is, we have a history in the so-called American continent, right? Ever since the conquest, okay?
I don't think anybody can hear you. I don't think anybody can hear you if you could. Slide it, sir.
Ever since the conquest, all right, which goes back like 500 years, they brought us Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
In Christianity, they have their own way to teach. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and they are the one who actually, makes it all kind of unclean meats,
Okay.
because in their theology, they say pray over that and everything will be clean.
Right.
That's a terrible mistake to do. And even though until today I have so many Christian pastor friends, and they still with that idea that everything is done and over,
Right.
right? So, and the only thing you need to do is pray, and everything will be clean. Wrong thing to do, because if you can prove that in the Bible, that would be a good thing. But I bet you and I guarantee you, nobody can prove that.
No, it's not in the Bible.
Absolutely, nobody can prove that. But
Right.
see, they are still with their own idea. But see, what happens is Christianity is the religion of the so-called white man. All right, it's not. We don't practice religion over here in the ISUPK. Okay, we practice what is written in the Bible.
Of course.
The law,
The
the
law.
law.
Mm-hmm.
The book is our history, and this is our constitution. We follow our constitution here in the ISUPK. Bet you the ISUPK is the only institution worldwide, okay, that practice what is written in the Bible.
Of course.
The rest of the people, look at the Chinese. They even eat dogs, cats,
Yeah.
and God knows what else. Snakes,
Bats. You know.
bats.
Yeah.
But they, I mean, I tell you one thing, they can enjoy it as much as they can, but let's not forget about one thing. These laws are formulated from Most High to us, Israel. When we did the wrong thing, what happened is, okay, we got sick. The other nation, they don't get sick. Right?
Right.
So it's very important for us, to follow this Bible that was given to us. The other nation, they can do whatever. I don't care. We don't care, basically, well, I guess that's all I can say right now, just these laws are formulated for us to be put in practice.
Of course.
Of course, like we was reading in book of Hosea 4:6,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Our peoples are lost, because of lack of knowledge.
Of course.
But the one who lost us, from our reality was the Christian church.
Of course. The Christian pastors, the Christian churches,
Yeah.
Catholic priests, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The people that were supposed to be our so-called leaders have failed us anyway.
They
You know what I'm
failed
saying?
us, yeah.
They have failed us.
Kind
So
of
it's up to the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, to be that leader that they need to follow
exactly.
and be that strength that they need. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of
Yeah. But nah, what you said was real heavy. It really is. Because even though in our history, you know what I'm saying, where it came from, it is a Christian thing to eat pork and pray over it and call it clean. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where our wise men, our leaders back then, didn't want to do that. So you know what they did? They killed the people and instilled praying over pork in them. You know what I'm saying? That's how you rule somebody. Like taking over, you kill all their elders that know the history that's supposed to be teaching the young ones. You take away their men. You know what I'm saying? Now they only have the women and children. Nobody is gonna be able to protect it. You know what I'm saying? So they instilled that eating pork is the right thing. Eating and praying over it makes it clean. Even though we know, because of the law, that's not right.
No,
They did a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, to our people. It makes your blood boil just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? We was never the type of people that sat there and wanted to eat their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm impressed.
The slave owners used to sit there and if you refuse to eat the pork or if you refuse to eat, they will knock your teeth down your throat and put a funnel in your face and shovel it into you until you consume their pork. You know what I'm saying? That's a bit of history that I learned when I was in high school. And I was disgusted. You know what I'm saying? My gym teacher, she didn't even want to, for some odd reason, my gym teacher was my history teacher. She didn't even want nobody to know about it. All she wanted us to know was the Native Americans were savages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fine.
And what I brought up to her was, I got a question. And she's like, oh, what's your question? So if we Native Americans were savages, Why did we have our own law structure? Why did we have our own leadership? Why did we have our own things that we did? You know what I'm saying? Why? And she couldn't even answer that. But all you think of us is savages. We make some of the most beautiful garments in the world. You know what I'm saying? We made sure that we were clean people.
That's for sure.
The structures that we lived in, they were amazing.
And you have to remember one thing, Ike.
Go ahead.
Your main diet
Mm-hmm.
as a Native American Indian,
Mhm.
that's what you are, right?
Yes.
It was buffalo.
Right. Oh, I was just about to get there. These dang old pale-faced savages decided they wanted to kill off our buffalo, our food source. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew that's what we only ate. They didn't do it just to survive like we did. We did it so we can eat and maintain our life. You know what I'm saying? They did it for sport. They did it for sport. And I wish I could pull out these pictures and put it on there. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go back and do it afterwards. But they sat there and they killed all the buffalo. And then they piled it all in front of us. Like a mountain high of dead buffalo.
Skins.
Bones, skins, meat, everything rotting. We couldn't even save anything that we wanted. You know what I'm saying? It's mad crazy.
But you know what? I was going to say something like when the Europeans, especially the Spanish, came over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they was traveling, you know, the Atlantic Ocean, they are the one who actually brought pig because pig is a native from Europe.
Right, yeah, it
It's
is
a
from
native
here.
from here.
And we used pig for like garbage disposal. You know what I'm saying? To get rid of the things that we was throwing away.
Yeah. And remember about this other thing about pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Pigs is an animal can survive any condition.
Of course.
So, you know, when they brought them over here, you know, for the pig it's very easy to survive salty water.
Mm-hmm.
Then how they brought them over here because, you know, like we're talking about, you know, the pig is probably by far the most filthy animal. The most filthy animal, you know, that exists on the face of Earth. Okay, but see, the Europeans are the one who introduced us to pig.
Yeah.
And then you know when our brothers, you know, the Judaites, black people, they was put in slavery. Okay, white people, you know, they eat the main meat, and they gave, you know, the guts to the.
Right.
And that's how they learn, you know, how to eat, you know, chitlins.
That's bad. You know what I'm saying? We already eating unlawful things, and then your slave owner comes in, your oppressor. I don't think they like that term too much. You know what I'm saying? Your oppressor comes in, and then they go, "Oh no, you can't eat the good part of the pig." So we leave you as the scraps: the pig ears, the pig feet, the snout. You get the intestines. You know what I'm saying? You get all the nasty things. And we, as the people, make something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
End up making a whole meal out of it. To this day, people sit there and eat chitlins.
Still eating it.
Still eating it. House smell like crap. Still eating chitlins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They even got to the point where there's a certain way you got to clean the chitlins for it to be good for you to eat. You know what I'm saying? They be peeling it in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Man.
For Christmas, for Thanksgiving.
For Thanksgiving, for Christmas. Excuse me, sorry. All that, you know what I'm saying?
After service.
Come on now. Sunday dinner. You know what I'm saying? They get the Sunday dinner and they got you all unlawful stuff.
Just pray over it.
Just pray over it. And all is clean and all is forgiven. You pray over it. It's a clean meal now. The Lord has blessed it for you, is what they say.
There you go.
And here's the thing: when they get to praying, oh Lord,
Oh no.
by the time they done praying, that food cold. The food cold. Oh man, I gotta fix this mustache. But yeah, they just sit there. Oh yes, and thank you, Father.
Unlawful.
You think the Most High would sit there and listen to their prayers when they praying over pork and stuff like that?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I find it funny when I hear, because I was talking to one of my homies, and he was getting ready to eat, and he was like, "Hey, can I pray for you?" Why? Why are you trying to pray for me, bro? I was like, you know what you can do? Come to the nearest ISUPK and join and be in all black and learn like a real Hebrew that you are, like a real Israelite that you are. Learn to speak Hebrew because we are Israelites that speak Hebrew.
And let's eat the right thing.
Right? Eat the right thing.
Lamb, goat. Come on now. Best food, best meat.
Beautiful. Red snapper. You know what I'm saying? Tilapia. Salmon.
Chicken.
You know what I'm saying?
Chicken, turkey.
Chicken. Turkey. Yes, turkey.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole lot of things that you can eat. What we don't eat is dog, cat, possum, coon, lizard, alligator, shark, octopus,
Shrimp,
crab, lobster. It's crazy. Like, we got our milk, our butter, our eggs. You know what I'm saying? We got the grain, we got beef, we got mutton, which is just lamb. You know what I'm saying? We got fishes with fins and scales. Look, you gotta always say and scales because they get the. Well, what about mackerel?
What about catfish?
No. Catfish is a bottom feeder.
Catfish is equal to pig.
Right. It's the cleaner of the
cleaner of the ocean, the waters.
The waters, yeah. With venison, you got game, chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, birds that run on the ground. Not ostrich. That's not the lawful thing. But you got quail, chicken, you got turkey. What's the other one?
Turkey, pheasant.
There you go, pheasant. I don't know why I keep forgetting pheasant. You know what I'm saying? And what's unclean is pork.
No, what about on the birds? Duck.
That's unlawful.
Unlawful, absolutely.
Right.
I see when you go to the Chinese store,
they got that duck.
Sweet and sour duck. Damn, people go so crazy on that.
Right. So, I don't know why I got to do this, but apparently I had to do this in the store too. I told the woman that eating pork was unlawful. She's like, well, another one, she was like, well, I don't eat pork. I only eat bacon. I was like, make that make sense. Make that make sense, because what kind of bacon are we talking? Are we talking beef bacon, lamb bacon, chicken bacon, turkey bacon? You know what I'm saying? Goat bacon? Or just regular old smoked maple bacon? She's like, smoked maple bacon. I've never heard of the other stuff. I was like, that's because you've never lived. You know what I'm saying? So I had to freaking clarify that pork and bacon and ham were all the same thing.
Related.
All the same. It's not related. They all the same animal. They all pork. And pork chops. That's in the name right there. She was like, well, what about head cheese? That has pork in it. Yeah.
Head cheese. There you go.
Yeah. They call it where I'm from, hot sauce sweet.
I'll tell you one thing. One of the days I'm going to try to make a head cheese, but out of cow.
Let me know.
Huh?
Let me know.
I'm
gonna go ahead and hook you up with some mozzarella and some homemade crackers, okay?
I guess we'll we're going to create a market out of it.
Yeah. Hey, look, I wanted to start a food truck, man. I wanted to start a food truck and call it UPK Lawful Foods. You know what I'm saying? Everything on that menu is lawful. Everything. All the way down to the candy that I would sell for the kids. Or the people that want candy as a quick fix so they can keep their sugar level. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything on that thing is lawful. You know what I'm saying? All the way down to the land of the law. The law of the land. You know what I'm saying? I already got my food handler's card and everything. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I keep saying, you know what I'm saying? But do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, kind of all kinds of with
Okay.
You pretty much have explained, you know, what kind of meats are lawful and unlawful according to the Bible.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and go into where it says these meats are lawful and unlawful. You know what I'm saying?
You say Matthew what?
Matthew. Oh, good night. I gotta go back to my notes. 5 and 18.
5 and 18.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 18. For
Get that with you, other one. 5 and 18. Go ahead.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot and one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled.
Most High Christ. Now, just for y'all to understand this is Christ speaking right here. You know what I'm saying? He said, for verily. You know what? Go ahead and read up one,
Okay.
if you could.
Verse 18.
17.
17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
He's saying, don't think that he's coming to destroy this law. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that. Because if you think that, you completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't think I came to get rid of the prophets, which is the priests and prophets of the Most High in the Isupk. He's not coming to get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are giving you the law that he's been passing down to you from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From the beginning to the end of time. There we go.
Right.
Yeah. He's not coming to destroy it. He's coming to fulfill it. He's coming to bring it to fruition. You know what I'm saying?
And we have,
Go ahead.
and we have to think about how long ago has he said that? Jesus. Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew, right?
Right.
It was 2,000 plus years ago,
Right.
right? When he was running around the earth,
Of course.
okay? So go ahead, son.
Right. And he's been saying this from, 2,000 years ago.
And even though until today, the law is active.
Right. And so he's saying that the law is going to stay the same. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't understand why. He's probably having the same mindset that I have right now. I don't understand why you think that the law is over with, why the law is done away with. I hear you Christians say it all the time. The law has been done away with. We are not in the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? And it says right here, think not I am come to destroy the law. I'm not coming to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Or the prophets.
Or the prophets.
I'm not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So
Is that?
it's that simple. These laws are not going anywhere. They're here to stay. You know what I'm saying? Here to stay. And you know what I say? Most High Christ. Because we need it. We need that law. We need the structure. You know what I'm saying? We need the discipline that is teaching us. Go ahead.
18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot and one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
He's saying, look, You thinking that I'm coming to destroy the law? I'm not. Not even. I'm not gonna sit there and get rid of one dot or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting rid of nothing. You know what I'm saying? The dot over the I, nor the dang on comma marks in behind the dang on sentence or the lines. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting rid of nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to fulfill it and make it come into fruition. I'm coming to make it true. You know what I'm saying? It's been true. It's just that I gotta show you. You know what I'm saying? He's been saying this for over 2,000 years. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I mean, I understand now. I understand why the pale-faced oppressors are nervous and afraid of what this law might bring. I understand.
See?
Go ahead.
I wondered about, where in the heck those Christian pastors, Christians,
Did you say Christian bastards or pastors?
Christian pastors, where they get that thing from that they say the law is done away. Right here in the book of Matthew, which is New Testament, everything is well explained by Jesus Christ, Yahweh in Hebrew.
Of course.
Where in the heck are they doing? What are they teaching? Where they got that from?
I don't understand. I don't know. I really don't know where they got that from. I think they go on their own thoughts and their own understandings. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I guess they got it from because the white man has the Christian colleges, Christian universities, where everybody who want to become a pastor or a priest, they has to go throughout the school and they have to surrender to what they teach them over there, and that's where they brought it home. But I wonder about one thing. They are reading the same book we are reading, right?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
but they believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They go to the point where they have to translate it, retranslate it, and then they always change pieces and bits and pieces of the law for it to fit what they want. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's so many different versions of the Bible.
Versions, that's correct about it. But it's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I believed this happened. Because when I used to go to the Christian church, they all has a Sunday school books, but it's very crazy to think about that in those books, the authors of those books, the editor, okay, it happens to be a white man, okay, and they explain things their way. The most dangerous chapters and versicles, they don't apply it into the Sunday school lessons.
Of course, they're not. Again, they don't want the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to go ahead and become who they really are. So they change it. They change it to their benefits so they can keep you down and oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn that you are the chosen people of the Bible, once that is known, which is starting to be known by all now, you know what I'm saying? They starting to understand, but they still need to go ahead and come in and learn more. Like, when I was younger, I didn't even know anything about the UPK. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know anything. But I did know that my pastor was telling me something that was not in the Bible.
It's not biblical.
He was sitting there telling us that where it's giving you the description of Christ, he was telling us that that's where it says that you can bring pot to church. Yes, bring your weed to church. Bring all your problems to church. Come as you are. And I'm looking there, I'm reading, and I was like, Grandma, this don't make sense. This is not what it's saying right here. You know what my grandma did? She pinched me and said, hush up, boy. Christians really don't want to, they don't want the real, what the Bible said. The sad part is my grandma, she knows the Bible. She knows to read the Bible with her head covered. She knows that the Bible is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. She knows all that. But she still goes to Christian church because that's where I still don't understand why she goes. Oh, to make money. And the funny thing is, my grandma, she don't like the white people. She don't like the Edomites. You know what she call them? The pale-faced devils. Grandma Native American. Yeah, the pale face. I'm gonna say, yo, these pale-faced devils, pale-faced oppressors. Why? Because that's exactly what they are. The devil that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. The word devil means deceiver. You know what I'm saying?
Liar.
Right. A liar, deceiver, cheater, manipulator.
A manipulator.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It means all those things all in one. Because that's exactly what they do. They lie to you. They manipulate it to where you believe it is true. You know what I'm saying? And they really good at it. They so good that you still being oppressed and being in that slave mentality since the time before the slave. You know what I'm saying? You came over in these ships and you still believe that you're a slave. You still got the mindset of a slave. Let's put it like that. Y'all quick to defend the pale face than it is to defend the black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. The ones that have the same skin tone as you. You know what I'm saying? Go through the same struggles as you. Most of y'all people out here are like Uncle Ruckus. I'm pretty sure everybody know who Uncle Ruckus is. He had so much love for the goddamn on pale faces, he hated his own kind. He even hated himself because of his skin tone. He even said it a couple times. I wish I was a white man. Know what I'm saying? He was so out there, it wasn't even funny. I think that's one of the main. I don't know if you've seen that episode where he got together with one of the most racist KKK member or something like that, and made a whole full album about a whole full racist album. You know what I'm saying? It's. I was like, are you serious? But that's how I see people now. Y'all love them so much that you hate your own people to the point where you'd rather kill this brother for stepping on your shoes and sit there and be like, oh man, my bad, bro. I did not mean to step on your shoes, bro. You forgive me for that, bro? How about that? Look, I ain't got nothing on me, but if you want, we can go ahead, get together sometime. We can probably play some spades or something, you know what I'm saying? Or get some drinks or something, you know what I'm saying? Chop it up so we can go ahead and get to know each other a little bit better. I think that me stepping on your shoes by accident was something that was meant to happen so I could talk to you or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe you can sit there and forgive your brother because he may be having a bad day, just like you having a bad day. His day probably worse than yours. I've experienced that before. I was having a really bad day. Got laid off, was lied on. I was down bad, you know what I'm saying? And this man just, boom, shoulder bump. I didn't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Surprisingly, I was really calm. But this brother, he was all mad. Like, why'd you bump into me, bro? What's up with that, bro? You trying to do something, bro? What's going on? You know what I did? Ain't even like that, bro. You bumped into me. Maybe I bumped into you. But you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger man and say, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying attention. I'm having a bad day. And we chopped it up. We stood there at the bus stop and chopped it up for about 15 minutes. Don't even know this brother. Wow. I got to know his name. His name was No One. I was like, you serious? Somebody named you No One?
No one?
No One.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy. He's like, that's my name, but people think it's a nickname. So you mean to tell me somebody named you No One? He's like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you that my brother's name is someone. I was like, get out of here, bro. I was like, I don't believe you at all. They were twins. No one is someone. We're twins.
Really?
Yes. It was funny. I was on the train sitting there like, why? Why would you name?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the sad part is he was Native American.
Damn.
That's crazy.
You know what? It's crazy, the way, people's name their children. I know someone, her name is Marijuana Pepsi.
No good night. I know. Back when I was in the world, there was this woman that I came across. She beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? She had her and her sister's names meant jewels, you know what I'm saying? And I asked him why was they named after jewels? And their father was like, I named them after things that I couldn't afford. I was like, that's crazy. So y'all out here naming people after things y'all can't afford. But yeah, so again, enough of that. We was talking about Matthew 5:17 and 18. You know what I'm saying? Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. He's not destroying anything. He's fulfilling all the laws that has been put forth. You know what I'm saying? One second. There we go. Apologize. All right. Yeah. So, where was I?
Would you like to read verse 19?
Yeah, please.
All
if
right.
you could. If you
Yeah,
could.
Book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
That's it. That is heavy. If anybody teaches, okay, if anybody breaks one of the least of the commandments, I say one of the least is
Just like we teaching today, about the lawful meats.
right, yeah, lawful foods. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. One of the least. Go ahead and you can eat pork and pray. And somebody break that. Somebody breaks the fact that you are not allowed to eat pork. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody teach,
Right,
pray over it.
right.
He will be called.
The least in the kingdom. Do you see why it's so heavy? Because you out there, these pastors out there saying it's okay to do it. They're gonna be the least in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? You already know the law. You had to study the Bible so you could pass the test. You know what I'm saying? But you know that. and you not teaching the little children, they should know better. You know what I'm saying? You teaching them the opposite. You teaching them that, hey, come to church as you are. You just got out of the club, no sweat. Go ahead, come to church. You just got through smoking that blunt out in the parking lot, come to church. You're breaking all the least of the commandments, because one of the commandments are telling you you shouldn't smoke. You shouldn't be eating pork. You shouldn't be doing like going out there and being a harlot. There you go. You can't be out there being harlots. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out there selling children drugs. Hey, you can't even be child predators or child abusers, if you will. It's like, you can't unalive your own brothers and sisters. And I'm not talking about blood relatives. I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are one nation. Your brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's some good water. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's crazy because the church say, even like just the other day, there was a funeral. And I'm pretty sure that funeral was a result of a black on black crime or police brutality. One of the two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it may have just been a simple pass away in your sleep, but most of the time it's about somebody being killed by their own kind. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
And these laws, the smallest of the commandments, cutting your hair, eating unlawful foods, you know what I'm saying? Those are the smallest. Breaking those, you be the least in the kingdom. But those who teach you, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Those who follow the law, statutes, and commandments and teach people to do them as well are the greatest in the kingdom. You're going to be great. You're gonna be great. All the priests and officers above me, they're going to be great. Because why? We follow and we teach the law, statutes, and commandments, just like it say right here. It's like you had your hand up.
Yes, sir. But just to let you know, there are right here in the Isupk, that's basically what we teach.
Of course.
Everything we teach is according to the Bible. We are not them hypocrites. We are teaching what the Bible has said, contrary to what Christian church teaches.
Exactly. I would rather teach what the Bible says than listen to some dang grease-faced, slippery-hand man. You know what I'm saying? A snake-like creature that's sitting there wanting to steal my money. You know what I'm saying? The pastors out there are nothing but pimps. And the congregation is the harlots. You know what I'm saying?
Stealing your money.
You come in there, you give that man all your hard-earned money that you just went out and worked for. And what he do? He keep it for himself. Or she, because, you know, they got women pastors now. Even though the scriptures say that he suffered a woman not to teach. That's crazy. It's crazy how it says that, but you still go against it.
I mean,
Go ahead.
you know, the Christian church is just confusion.
Of course.
I mean, they don't even follow, you know, what the Bible's telling us.
Right.
I bet you, I guarantee you, you know, there are Christian women pastors. They read about that the Bible is saying, you know, not to the woman to teach,
Of course.
but they still doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It also says not to engage in an alternative lifestyle, but they still do it.
So,
I mean, back in, what was it, the 80s, 70s, or the 80s, they deemed that practice as insanity. You know what I'm saying? Insanity. I don't understand how they can sit there and go from being insane to being accepted. That was one of the fastest I've ever seen. Excuse the sound effect, but that's how it was. It went from insane to accepted to now everybody has no choice but to accept their insanity. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, oh, it's all types of stuff you gotta pay for. You know what I'm saying? They coming after your head out of one. That's what they doing. They coming after your head. You don't accept it? Oh, you. What are you, homophobic? You scared? What's wrong with you? I told this one person I don't accept it. You know what happened? It's like, I'm gonna go ahead and get you shut down. You know that YouTube page ended up being deleted? Like, I could not log back into that account anymore. I was kicked off the streaming platform I was on. I had to make a whole a new account. I had to make sure he wasn't a part of the friends list or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, back when you was in high school, you accepted it. I was like, no, I was tolerant of it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being tolerant of it and being accepted of it. I tolerated you. I was there telling you, you don't bring that around here, I won't say nothing about you. But you bring it to me, I'm gonna say something. I didn't play that. I went to and hung out with him one time, you know what I'm saying? And you know what happened? They tried to call me the same thing as him. I was like, look here. I don't think you understand what you're trying to say. I don't like it, and I'm not one of them. I said it just like that. I don't like it, and I'm not one of them. You know what I'm saying? And they was looking at me like, oh, I don't know if I should call that like racist or something. I was like, look, it's not racist. I just don't follow what they do. I mean,
It's just
go ahead.
it's just one thing about usually those heavy Christians or even the pastors, when you come to challenge them, with some truth, okay, they say the devil is a lie.
He is though.
Well, that's like referring to you,
Right,
when you
right.
challenge them and tell
Right.
you, that's not what the Bible say. The
Right.
devil is a lie.
Right. Nah, it's funny because I hear that a lot. My uncle, he came out of nowhere. And I told him that being in an alternative lifestyle was an abomination. And for him to be at the church, being a deacon, goes against it as well. You know what I'm saying? He's like, the devil is a lie. Yeah, he is a liar. That's what devil means, a liar or deceiver. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know what I meant. God knows my heart. God knows that I'm this way. He knows that. He made me this way. No, he did not. No, he did not.
The devil is a lie.
And that was my turn to say it. You know what I'm saying? The devil is a lie. You, sir, are of your father the devil. You are a liar, and you're deceiving yourself to the fact that you believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's what everybody who practice alternative lives, that's what they say, usually. Most of the times, God made me that way.
Right.
Hell no. That's a lie.
He made me this way, and he loves me the way I am. No, he does not. He does not. He is telling you are an abomination. You know what I'm saying? It makes me even want to bring it up. It man lie with all mankind as he would womankind? One second. But yeah, it's man crazy. Like I hear it all the time. The Christian church is teaching y'all that it's okay for you to do it, when it's not okay. It's not. You know, I don't know if you ever seen that meme, but he goes, "Stop it. Just stop it and get some help." You know what I'm saying? Just stop. And stop what you're thinking and stop what you're doing, because it's not true. Get you some help. Go and learn and be taught the right way. Get some help. Oh, good night.
So we was teaching about the lawful.
All right, we
animals.
was talking about the lawful foods. I was
Yeah.
bringing out the fact that, and the sad part is, this is also in Leviticus too. A man lying with another man. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Well, that's
The
basically
alternative lifestyle.
that's
Yeah.
basically where all the laws are formulated on Leviticus.
Right. In Leviticus and the curses and some of the laws are in Deuteronomy. Yeah. Yeah, so the book of Leviticus chapter 18 verse 22, it says, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination." An abomination means a vile and disgusting act. You know what I'm saying? It's abominable. It's an abomination. It's disgusting. And you do know it's worthy of death. You and I know, but they act like they don't, even though you say it 1,000 times. But yeah, let's go ahead and get Leviticus chapter 11.
11. Okay.
Hey, so we can go ahead and start going into these dietary laws.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's crazy.
So do you want to start at 1?
And we're going to start from 1.
We'll start reading.
John said if you could.
All right. Leviticus, book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them.
So this is the Lord coming to Moses and Aaron. And he's talking to them. You know what I'm saying? He's talking to them pretty much throughout all of Leviticus. He's coming to bring forth something for them to be teaching. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Speak, number 2. Speak unto the children of Israel.
He said, "Speak unto the children of Israel." He's talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. He said, go and speak. Aaron, Moses and Aaron, go talk to the children of Israel. Go talk to them blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And tell them, go ahead.
Saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
He's telling you these are the animals that you can and cannot eat. These are your animals that you are supposed to eat. These are the lawful foods for you to eat, for you to go out, hunt, and eat. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, back then you had to go hunt for your food. Go ahead.
Number 3. Whatsoever parted the hoof in is cloven-footed, and showeth the cud among the beasts, there shall ye eat.
All right, so right here it's saying that the animals that are like cloven-footed, it's so if you look at an animal's hooves, you know what I'm saying? There's a part of the hoof where it's not like completely circled. So it's like this, like when you go and look at it, so it has a round front, but in the back, it's like going in. You know what I'm saying? That's right there. That's a cloven foot, and then the cud that cheweth the cud. Cud is just like the grain, the grass, you know what I'm saying, of the earth. Go ahead.
Fourth, nevertheless, thee shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you.
I don't know if you've ever seen a camel before, but the camel, it's an animal, right? I know when you sit there and you look at a camel, its toes are split into two like this. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a hoof; it's just a cloven foot. So it walks and it has like this little angle in it right there. You know what I'm saying? And then the feet goes around. But that's what he's saying, that it's not clean because the hoof is not divided like it's supposed to. Not the same as when like a cow or buffalo, you know what I'm saying, or a goat.
Or deer.
Yeah. You going?
Number 5, and Connie, because he chewed the cud and divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you.
Coney.
Uh-huh.
Let's
It is the rabbit.
Yeah, you can say a rabbit, or it's something like this. You know what I'm saying? I can't really show them, but I can show you that.
Yeah, he chewed.
See? That's also a cooney right there.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a rat-like creature, but it's also a part of the rabbit family. So it eats the grass and grain,
They
you know what I'm
chew it.
saying? But it's not the same. Okay? Go ahead.
And the hair, okay, which is related to the rabbit also, right?
Right. A hare is just a wild rabbit.
Yeah, with
You know what I'm
the
saying?
long ears.
Mm-hmm.
He chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you.
The rabbit, that's unclean. The cooney is unclean. The
hair.
camel is unclean. Keep going.
7, and the swine,
Yeah.
though he divide the hoof, and he cloven hood, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean unto you.
There we go, right there. Everybody's favorite animal that they like to eat is the pig, the swan, as you will. You know what I'm saying? It says swine here. Swine is just another word for pig, pork. You know what I'm saying? These woke brothers be out there talking about swine, my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what they be saying. They be like, you want some swine? But it's not. Not clean, because even though it is like the cow with the cloven foot, you know what I'm saying, so it divided the hoof and be cloven footed, but it does not eat the cud. It eats everything else. It eats. You can go ahead and give a pig a body. It will eat it. You can give a pig another pig and it will eat it. You know what I'm saying? That pig is disgusting and vile. It is nothing but a garbage disposal. That's exactly what we used it for. It's garbage disposal. We would give it so it would eat the garbage. It'd get rid of all the dead carcasses and the bones and whatever we didn't eat. We just throw it the leftovers and it would destroy and eat it. Go ahead.
Number 8, of the flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Shouldn't be eating the flesh.
You shouldn't even be touched also.
Right. We shouldn't be touching the carcass, the dead carcass of it, or the eating of the flesh. But you know, since why the pale faces are in rulership right now, we have to follow what they tell us to do for our slaves. You know what I'm saying? But you know what you can do to make yourself not unclean? wear gloves. You know what I'm saying? Tell them because of your religious practice, you are not allowed to touch carcasses of the pork or the swine. Some jobs will sit there and be like, okay, and give you a different position. And some jobs be like, well, you still have to. Well, I'm going to need some gloves. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need gloves because I can't put skin to skin onto pork. You know what I'm saying? That's another way that you can stay clean and not break the law. I need gloves. When I was working at Wendy's, they told me, hey, you got to go over there and set the bacon. Excuse me? You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to make sure that the boss that hired me was not there for them to get me to go ahead and try to do it. Because she knew I would refuse. And she told them while, like, we was in a meeting together. Like, it was like, I don't know why she does it, but every time somebody is hired, she gathers all the workers and she introduces that one person that just got hired to the whole crew and explain things that goes on with that person. And for me, she's like, he don't touch pork. And he will tell you he will not touch it. You can't force him to do it because it's against his religious beliefs. Now, they went to the point where if they was to break that or sit there and force me to do it, you could get sued out there where I was at for doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I already stated that it's a religious belief. I even brought proof and showed them, but you still forced me to do it. So now I get to sue you. And here's the thing. I have some freakishly abnormal large hands. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had to get custom fitted gloves just for me. I had to force my hand into a 2X, and it was still too small. I don't know how big your hands are, but say they gave you some small gloves and your hands are medium. You know what I'm saying? That's how it looked. My hands is like this in these gloves. If I stretch, they go like that, always rips. You know what I'm saying? So they had to get custom gloves for me. She had to wait a couple weeks before I could even do any of the prep stuff for the mornings. They hated that. Hey, look, don't hate me for it. You know what I'm saying? I go by what the law says. And it says not to touch the dead carcass because it'll make me unclean. You know what I'm saying? I'm not touching it. Especially if I got class after this. I normally have class while I'm working anyway, so I'm standing there listening to class. My job, they didn't like the fact that I was always in class, but always made sure my work was the best out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where they made me work 4 stations by myself to see if I could get it done. I was like, look here, I was trained that if you was to be working on a grill, you can't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? But they still tried to force me because I wasn't budging when it came to this law. I wouldn't touch the bacon. I wouldn't prep the bacon. I wouldn't put the bacon in the oven. No, you do it. As if we could fire you. Go ahead. I dare you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the carcass, you should not touch. They are unclean unto you. You know what I'm saying? And you know the goddamn pale faces is so cold with it. Almost everything has pork in it.
Shoot. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You go to McDonald's for breakfast, almost 98% they sell over there is pork.
Mm-hmm. One of the mostly safe things there would be their steak, egg, and cheese bagels. That's probably the only safest thing.
But you have to think about,
But they still touch the same surface that the pork and stuff touched. Sloppy for language. Go ahead.
But you have to think about it, in the grill, where they cook everything,
Right.
the pork. That's where they fry the chicken too.
Right.
Wow, it's all
Again,
amazing.
like I said, I used to work at the Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? I know how they work. Uh, what they do for like because you have like a lunch rush or something, they would do the setup where they would already put the cheese and meat together, and then half of the meat will have bacon. They would hurry up and put that on there while it's still on that grill over there. You know what I'm saying? On the warmer, so it'll stay warm. So when you put it on the sandwich, it'll still be hot and you can serve it. You know what I'm saying? And then they go, "Hey, yeah, you can go ahead and have one of those sandwiches." Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the ones that cleaned my grill constantly. They hated it.
Well,
Nah, I'm throwing some water up there and then I'm scrubbing and then I squeegee it all off and then that's when I lay down some new patties. Or some chicken breast that needs to go in for the salads or the chicken sandwiches. I had this one lady come in here and was like, "Hey, last time I came in here, there was something off about my food. But every time you here, I have no complaints." She used to come over and I would give her like a free cookie or something. And then she owned the liquor store across the street, which was black owned. She would bring over and be like, "Hey, I got you a present." Oh, you so sweet. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, keep going.
Number 9, Leviticus chapter 11, verse 9. This shall ye eat. This shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. Number 10.
No, we gonna stop right there for now. So all the fish that you can eat that's in the waters. And it said the waters, the rivers, the streams, and the seas. You know what I'm saying? As long as it has fins and scales. You know what I'm saying? It can't have one or the other. It has to have fins and scales. And they said it specifically for you to understand. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Number 10. And all of them have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all the moves in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, there shall be an abomination unto you.
Oh, good. Right. Excuse me. But yeah, so if it does not have fins and scales, if it has one or the other, I give you some examples. For fins and scales, we got salmon, tilapia, sardines, anchovies. They got this thing called parrotfish that is banned in the U.S., but it's a lawful fish, and it's supposed to be so good and delicate. Only place you can get it is in Hawaii. That's crazy, ain't it?
Crazy.
But yeah, those are the fishes that you can eat. You know what I'm saying? Now, the ones that you can't eat, catfish. You black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, mostly you black people, love you some goddamn old catfish. When y'all have that fish fry, oh yeah, them good old fish fries out in Georgia. Y'all be like, "Oh, we about to have us a fish fry, boy. You go ahead and bring you something, and we can go ahead and make up something good." You know what I'm saying? You got catfish, you got whitening, you got cod, you got tuna, you got all types of stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Catfish, tuna, mackerel. Those are unlawful. Shark,
Dolphin,
oh,
whale.
Good night. Whale blubber, that's what they used to say, you know? Good night. Those are unlawful. And if you was to say otherwise, I would sit there and look at you with the blankest stare I've ever made. Because you and I both know I'm not eating it. You know what I'm saying? And he's not gonna eat it either. He's probably just gonna be like, we should just go ahead and leave. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of there real quick and go home and make our own fish fry. That actually sounds pretty dope. You know, we do got that holy convocation coming up. It's the Day of Atonement. You know what I'm saying? Which is a fast for 24 hours.
Okay.
When we break the fast, I want to see if we can do a fish fry. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. A good old fish fry. With some cornbread, black eyed peas or something. Go ahead and make up a whole dang old menu for it.
I do that.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
After fasting?
Right. Right. And I'm telling you, y'all gonna see the country come out of me real quick. So we got that coming up. It's gonna be the 24th, which is a Sunday at sundown. You know what I'm saying? To Monday sundown. You still gotta go ahead and go to slave. You don't eat or drink for that 24 hours. Now, if you are on medicine and you are to take your medicine with water and or food, you know what I'm saying? You should do that. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for saying no, I'm saying, but you should take your medicine as the doctor prescribed. I'm one of the ones that has to go ahead and do that. It hurt me to know that I couldn't really do it because of that situation. You know what I'm saying? But you take the medicine, do it. But if you don't, and you are of sound body, go ahead and do that Day of Atonement. No water. No food. If you gotta, when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth. Don't swallow the water. Just brush your teeth, rinse your mouth out, and spit it right back in the sink. You know what I'm saying? The little ones, if they are able to participate, they could, but children should go ahead and be children. Pregnant women can't do it because they're pregnant and they have to eat and they have to drink. You know what I'm saying? So, if the ones that can do it should do it. Not should, must do it. You know what I'm saying? The Day of Atonement. I'm telling you. Hey, it's a glorious day. Don't let nobody know that you sitting there going through that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody know that you're doing the Day of Atonement. Just do it. Go ahead, do your little slave, then go ahead and come back. And you sit there and go to class and pray. Or you pray and go to class. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to. Get it done.
Is that?
We also got the Houston Cookout. That's coming up in November. What's that? The 23rd through the 26th? Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm trying to figure out how to get it. I'm telling you.
That means food.
Yeah. Lawful food. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you gotta rub their hands together. Nah, yeah. So, hey, meet up. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians all in one place. And guess what? There won't be no fighting, no stealing. It's just some good old food and some good old times.
And brotherhood.
Exactly. Brotherhood and sisterhood all throughout. Sunday. Do we have something else that we got planned going on that day?
No, not that I know.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what's coming up is that day right there. It's a day to atone.
That's what it is.
Of course. I had a brother last year. We was sitting there. We shouldn't have did it, but we did. We talked about food. Almost at the end, we talked about nothing but food.
Yeah, but in what we're talking about the difference between clean and unclean.
Right.
Right. Every time we go to a cookout,
Mm-hmm.
must be
Mm-hmm.
without question. We all know automatically.
Of course.
It's
If you come to a
clean.
Black, Hispanic, or Native American cookout that the ISUPK is hosting, you best to know, best to believe that it's all off of food. You know what I'm saying? And this man right here is one of the best dang on cooks I've ever seen. I'm telling you, he rivals me. He rivals me. I'm messing with you. I don't want. But hey, he be cooking some food that I ain't heard of yet, but I'm trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to learn how to make some tamales. You know what I'm saying? Tamales.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get back to this.
Okay. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 11.
Mhm.
There shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses is in abomination. Talking about the fishes, without scales.
Right.
Number 12. Whatsoever has no fins, no scale in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you.
Ooh. Again, it's just going into telling you what I was just saying. But this one right here, it doesn't have fins nor scales. It's an abomination unto you. If it has fins but no scales, it's still unclean. If it has scales with no fins, it's still unclean, and it's an abomination to have their carcasses. You know what I'm saying? So if you was to go out fishing and you catch one of them, you throw that one right back in the water. Excuse my language. I'm mad. I just realized what I just said. If you catch something like that, release it. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep it. Don't eat it. Don't sit there and take it to show your friends. Hey, look, this is what I caught this really big catfish. There's this man who was sitting there with it was like a 30-pound catfish, about the same size as him. I was like, ain't no way you caught that. Instead of releasing it back in the water where it belonged, they kept it. That's unclean.
I suppose it's a trophy.
Right, that trophy that he caught. That trophy that he kept is an abomination unto you. That's what it's saying right there when you keeping their carcasses. You know what I'm saying? But ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. That's what it's saying. Those carcasses, those trophies that y'all claim, those are an abomination if it's not lawful. So if it doesn't have fins or scales, that's an abomination too. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen a blobfish?
What?
A blobfish.
There's not.
They look disgusting. But some people out there are trying to eat them. They look weird. They don't have fins and they don't have scales. It's just a blob that floats around at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, come. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, sir. Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese people are specialists in eating those fish. Chinese also.
Right. Some people will sit there and eat a blowfish. And you know, a blowfish has this toxin in it that if you eat it, it immobilizes you and everything in your body stops, including your heart. You can die from it. But some people will sit there and take up the challenge. Yes, I'm that mighty man. I will eat it. And then they get the numbing and then like, oh no. It's in the restaurant, you have to sign a waiver to eat it.
Really?
Yes.
Damn, that's
You
crazy.
have to sign a health waiver stating that you bought that on your own violation, your own, and the store is not liable for you if you die.
Dang.
Are you serious? I'm not eating something that I have to sign a paper that waives my rights to sit there and sue you for making me sick. No, you're stupid. You are completely dumb. That's not what we here. That's not what we own. You know what I'm saying? We are here to go ahead and make sure I live to go out and teach. But I'm not gonna sit there and be eating no puffer fish. But yeah, keep going.
All right.
Yeah,
Leviticus
13.
Leviticus chapter 11 verse 13. And these are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle, and the ossifrage, and the osprey. 14. And the vulture, and the what it says?
And the
kite,
after
and
his
the kite after his kind.
Yeah.
15. Every raven after his kind. 16. And the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo, and the hawk after his kind. 17. And the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gyre eagle, and the stork, and the heron after her kind, and the jow, and the low, and the lapwing, and the half. All fowls, the creep going.
It's like that's in the back.
Huh?
In the back.
Okay, kan. He and the stork and the heron after her kind, and the low and the lapwing,
Mm-hmm.
and the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 20. All fowls, the creep going upon all fowl shall be an abomination unto you.
So right there, so it's telling you like the different kind of birds of prey that you cannot eat. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be trying to attempt to eat them because they are unclean and they are an abomination to you. So the eagle, I'm pretty sure you all know what an eagle is. If not, America has it on the top of their flags at all times. It flies in the sky. It's big enough to swoop down and steal one of your little children and your dogs. I seen one of the birds of prey swoop down and pick up a little dog and fly off. I was like, it ain't my dog.
I've seen some videos about the eagles. They are capable, to pick up a little kid
Right.
and fly away.
There are some birds that's on the mountain that will swoop down, pick up an animal off the side, and just drop it. So it'll hit the side of the mountain and just fall. It's big enough to pick up a goat and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it will fall to its death. And then it's like, it would be unalived after it's fallen. You know what I'm saying? And it would swoop down and they would eat it. The vulture. Now, if you see or you smell a vulture, all you think of is death. Because a vulture smells disgusting. Why? Because they go after the dead.
Exactly.
You look like you are dying, or anything that looks like it's dying or dead, it will swoop down and eat from that carcass. It doesn't matter what you are or what it is. It'll eat it. It's disgusting. They had a vulture at the zoo one time. I was like, why it smell like that? You know what I'm saying? The owls, they swoop down to eat mice. These animals, they're not good to eat at all. They're an abomination, and they had to go and say it twice that they're an abomination unto you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The raven. If you don't know what a raven is, it's a crow.
That's what it is.
That's all it is. It's a crow. It's a blackbird. I love those blackbirds. They're really intelligent too. One of them used to mimic a baby crying.
Mhm.
It used to scare the crap out of my neighbors. I knew exactly what it was because I seen it doing it.
Ah, ah, ah.
It wasn't doing that. It was you know what I'm saying? Like an actual baby crying. And I was like, oh crap. That's neat. Y'all can actually do that. And it talks. Come to find out that bird was owned by one of our neighbors before he passed away. And right before he passed away, he let it free. And it's been out talking, making everybody nervous in the neighborhood. So they're like, oh, no. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
All right.
We got two more.
Chapter 21. Yet this might ye eat of every flying, creeping thing that goes upon all four, which have legs above their feet, to live withal upon the earth. 22. Even these of them ye might eat, the locust after his kind, after the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. 23. But all other flying creeping things which have four legs shall be an abomination unto you. 24. And for this ye shall be unclean, whosoever touches the carcass of them shall be unclean until the evening.
So, right here where it says, it's telling you that there are certain bugs you can eat. There we go. The bugs that you can eat, the creeping things. You know what I'm saying? Those creeping things such as the beetle, the locust, you know what I'm saying? The bald locust, the grasshopper, you know what I'm saying? Those are things that you can eat. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I've had fried grasshopper. It was
Thing,
interesting.
man.
It was interesting.
These
You know what
are
I'm
the
saying?
things. I tell you one thing, you know who are specialists about it? Hey, the Mexican brothers.
Right. The Hispanic people love them goddamn weird stuff, man.
They even have it available in the grocery stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candied crickets.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The scorpion suckers.
Mhm. I'll tell you one thing, one thing that I know, is the, they call it chapulin, the locust. Okay, the crickets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they already have spicy, real good, just for you to eat it. That's it.
Right.
And I tell you one thing, you won't be sorry to eat them. You will love them.
I couldn't eat like the raw locust, but he tricked me. You know what I'm saying? I was tricked by my uncle to eat it. He came and he was frying it up, and he's just eating it. All you heard is crush, crush, crush. I was like, "What is that?" He was like, "It's good. You want some?" Yeah. And so I was eating. I was like, this is delicious. What is this?" He's like, "Oh, it's grasshoppers and locusts." I was like, "Sit, come again?" Come again? No. But yeah, it's very delicious. He put a little bit of Cajun seasoning on it and a little bit of garlic. Perfect. My grandma, she liked the candied grasshoppers. You know what I'm saying? That's what she liked. That's what she was into. I've never had a beetle. Trust me, I want to try it. But
that one thing, I never had it either.
I want to try it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's keep going. 23.
23. But all other flying, creeping things which have four legs shall be an abomination unto you. 24. And for this ye shall be unclean, whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the evening.
Okay, so these other insects, like insects, not insects,
Yeah.
the insects,
Mhm.
such as flies, gnats, roaches, you know what I'm saying? Those are things that are not good to eat. Those are an abomination unto you. They're unclean. They even make you unclean into the evil. You know what I'm saying? So until that sun goes down, he's still unclean.
Right.
But when the sun comes after the sundown and the next day happens, you'll be clean
Right.
again. But if I were you, I would stay away from trying to eat any of that. Period. Point blank. Unless it's those beetles, bald locusts, the locusts, and the crickets. Eat those. I advise you. They pack full of protein. You know what I'm
Kind.
saying?
Kind. Protein. Yeah, that's correct.
Those workout buffs, you know what I'm saying? Them people that like to work out in the gym. Go ahead and crush you up some of those locusts, you know what I'm saying, and mix it with a little bit of rice. It's delicious. Go ahead and add just pinch of salt. Y'all ain't got no sense of taste anyway. You put a little bit of pinch of salt. You go ahead and smash something. You know what I'm saying? It's delicious. The reason why I said the little bit of rice is if you make it with some sticky rice and some seaweed, delicious. You know what I'm saying? It's delicious.
Okay, so lucky.
But
We have been going, through different species of living things that we can eat and we cannot eat.
of course,
Such of animals, all right?
mm-hmm.
Such of fishes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Such of birds, and as insects also, right?
Right.
So the Bible is telling us out of different kind of species of those four different kinds, what we can eat and what cannot eat, which the Bible describes, which are lawful and unlawful.
Of course.
That's exactly what the class is about, the law, how to keep the law.
Right.
What can I eat and what we cannot eat. We were discussing over here today about, like, for example, the pig definitely is not no, but here we are.
Right. Here we are. The only reason why I have to go over this law is because, again, like in Hosea 4 and 6, my people are destroyed. And when I say my people, I'm not talking about everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Those people are who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anybody else. Y'all can go ahead and go do whatever y'all want. You know what I'm saying? But you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans better take heed to this law. I wouldn't be here telling you about this law if y'all wasn't destroyed for the lack of knowledge that y'all need. Y'all need the knowledge that we are giving you so you can not be destroyed anymore and bring woe unto our enemies. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you want to see that happen.
Of course.
I can't wait until. Go ahead.
There is one thing that I like to mention about it.
Mm-hmm.
We was discussing about the Japanese, the Chinese, even white people. They are specialists on eating unlawful foods, all right? But so here in America, they call the so-called black peoples in America African Americans, all right? But when you go to Africa, you discover the markets over there, like Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Mauritania, Kenya, and all of those countries. In the markets, they have snakes, they have cockroaches, they have worms, they have all kind of unclean animals, just like the Chinese man. Just like the Chinese man, they love their dogs, they love their cats, and all of it. So don't think about it that the black peoples in America, you are African Americans, all right? Because it's a distinction between my brothers, the black peoples in America, and the Africans. You better start thinking about that. You You better stop thinking about that you are African, because in no way you are African. You are of the tribe of Judah. Let the Africans eat whatever they want to eat. And you over here, decline the idea about eating pork, eating shrimp, okay? Because this class it's been offered to you, okay, according to the Bible and according to the Isupk, under the orders of General Johanna. Why in Christ?
You know what? Speaking of ham, you know what I'm saying? The Africans.
Ham, yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I want to be African so bad. I want to be African American so bad because, you know, that's what y'all think y'all are. But you want to be African. Again, black people, Hispanic people, Native Americans, you are not African. You know what I'm saying? Let me reiterate that. You are not. And that's with a capital N-O-T. You're not African. You know what I'm saying? You know what? They think they're not African so bad. Go ahead, go out there, get you a bowl or a bag, and go out and catch a whole bunch of gnats and make them into a burger. And you eat that. That's what Africans do. It's called a kunga burger or gunga. Something like that.
Congo, yeah.
They sit there and they gather up all types of mosquitoes and gnats and then they make it into a burger. And they cook it up and eat it.
Their culture is so different. See how they do with the cows over there? Africans,
they believe that the cow is a god.
And they bath, with the urine.
They bathe in the urine and they sit there and breathe in cow
And
dung.
they even suck, Wow.
That's what I said, breathe in cow dung. Okay. We can't go ahead and go into too much of that kind of definition. Hey, look, we can't do that. It's disgusting. Black people think they African so bad. I still don't see a black person now with a big plate in their lip, or they got their neck super stretched long with golden and bracelets, if you will. You know what I'm saying? They had human carcasses on the grill. I seen it.
Dang.
Y'all eating human. It looked like a man's face when he was over there eating that dang on. It looked like a foot. They're cannibals.
Cannibals, yeah.
They eat everything except for the cow because they believe the cow is God. You know what I'm saying? They believe that if they sit there and bathe in urine so much that the hair on their head is turned red. Slightly, yeah.
I was going to say this very thing. The Africans, they know.
Of course they know.
Who black in America are.
Right, that's why
because by the way they call you, by the way they call blacks in America, they call cotton pickers.
Of course. Who do you think sold the slaves in the first place? It wasn't black people that sold black people.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try to get that through y'all head. It wasn't black people that sold black people. It was Africans that sold you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to our dang on pale-faced oppressors.
Simple.
They found out that the niggas was out there slacking. The blacks was out there hiding amongst them, so they gave up them because you know what? They are not the same. They are different. It was like, one of you are not the same. I wonder who it is. And guess what happened? Oh, he's not the same as me. Take him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, he got a family too. Take them with you. You got to the point where the so-called blacks were shark bait. They would use the carcasses of black people to feed off sharks in the ocean. We had so many slaves or so many blacks in the dang on ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was to go down there, you'll probably still see the carcasses down there. You'll see the bones of our people. You'll find the shackles that they had on them.
They throw so many,
They threw so many.
and they has calculated the numbers, okay, and it comes to be about 100 million.
Right. That's crazy, ain't it?
Uh,
That's crazy. And they still sitting there doing it. They're doing it to this day. They're still killing the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Still. It's crazy, ain't it?
absolutely crazy. But it's time for us to realize, who we are.
Right. I mean, everybody else know who you are. Why can't you get with the program? Why can't you get with it and know that, hey, I'm a black man? Well, I'm not a black man. I'm from the tribe of Judah. Or I'm from the tribe of Manasseh. Or, hey, I'm from the tribe of Zebulun.
There you go.
And I'm from the tribe of Gad. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am now because I sit there and I listen to the Isupk again. There was a brother that came up to me. I was like stunned when he was like, hey, I know I'm a Judite. I'm from the tribe of Judah. And I study. I know who I am. I know that there are laws that we have to follow. I hear you guys every week. I made it my business to come down here so I can ask you guys questions and figure out what I can do so I can be like y'all. That was one of the things that I would really like to hear. And it came true. I was like, oh, snap. I'm over here like, hey, here's a card, man. Come ahead, come to class, bro. Hey, so talk to me, man. Talk to me. What's going on? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because you say you know that you're from the 12 tribe. You know more about your history than what you know, what you thinking? Do you know how many laws, statutes, and commandments that you have to follow? You know what I'm saying? You sit there and tell me that you were sinning because you ain't had fringes on your pants. I was like, but did you also know that there was a sin to go ahead and pray and prophesy with your head covered? You know what I'm saying? I was sitting there going in. We were sitting there going back and forth talking and stuff. That brother, I can see in him that he really wanted to know. You know what I'm saying? There was another brother that I seen there. You could see the hurt and pain in his eyes. I was like, oh, that brother needs a fly. Bad. There was one brother, he was like, I don't understand what he's saying, but I felt it in my chest that I needed to come over here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go ahead and get back to these different kind of food groups that we can eat that's clean and unclean. Leave that alone.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
It makes a whole lot of sense.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's going into other things that you cannot touch because it'll make you unclean.
29. Right?
Of course.
Verse 29. Leviticus 11, chapter 11, verse 29. This also shall be unclean unto you amongst the creeping things, the creep upon the earth, the weasel.
Slide here, hold on. Weasel 26. No, 25. There we go.
25, all the way up. And whosoever bear it out of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening.
So whoever sat there and messed with the carcass or You know what I'm saying? Touching it, pretty much. You're unclean. You go take your shower because now you are unclean. You go take your shower and you'll be unclean until the evening. Go ahead.
26. The carcasses of every beast which divided the hoof and is not cloven hoof, not shewed, the cud, are unclean unto you. Every one of the touches them shall be unclean.
Again, it's going into the animals that we were just talking about earlier. That like the pig and the camel. Those will be unclean. Like if you touch the carcass, you'll still be unclean into that evening. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
27. And whatsoever goes upon the paws among all manners of beasts, that goes all four, that goes on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whoso toucheth these carcasses should be unclean until the evening.
So, as the dogs or the rabbits or the other animals that
Snake.
crawl on the floor, you know what I'm saying? Those are unclean, and if you touch their carcass, again, you'll be unclean until that evening. So take a shower, and then after the sun sets, you'll be clean. You going?
28. And he did bear it, the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and he unclean until the evening, they are unclean unto you.
So even after you wash your clothes, you'll be unclean. And that person that did that and that's unclean, they're unclean unto you too. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be they shouldn't be around you. After they wash their clothes and they take their showers and stuff and they are unclean into that evening, you can't sit there and go and dap the brother up, give him a hug or anything like that until he is clean all over again. That's what it means by they are unclean unto you. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a good practice to sit there and let it be known that hey, I'm not clean. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened. Boom. Now a brother understands. Yeah, that's why he's not giving me the salute or he's trying to dap me up. He just shalom from a distance. You know what I'm saying? That's actually happened to me before. Brother was like, hey, shalom. And I was like, you don't want to dap me up, bro? You don't want to give a hug, bro? What's going on?
Hey, keep away.
Hey, I'm unclean now. Oh, no sweat. He's like, yeah, man, something happened. And I'm unclean until tomorrow. I was like, all right, no sweat. So now I understand that the brother is unclean. If a brother sit there and do that to you, and says that he's unclean, don't take it to heart. Just understand that the brother is doing that out of brotherly love. Because that is also following the law. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because if he didn't love you and he came and, yeah, man, what's happening, bro? What's happening? And now you unclean.
There you go.
Now you gotta go take you a shower, and you can't be messing with anybody until sundown. You know what I'm saying? It's not good for everybody to be unclean because of that one person. Yeah, go ahead.
29. This also shall be unclean unto you amongst the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel, and the mouse, and the tortoise after his kind.
Oh, good. Nice. So, just like I was saying, the weasel, the mouse, you know what I'm saying? These are rodents. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I've seen the so-called yellow man eat. You know what I'm saying? They eat the bat, they eat the weasel, they eat the cat, they eat the dog, they eat everything. And it has gotten to a point where I've seen something that was vile and disgusting. A sister was sitting there cooking a Master Splinter. You know what I'm saying? That's what she was cooking up, Master Splinter. She was like, yeah, and I even saved his nads. You know what I'm saying? It was disgusting. The tortoise. So it's like turtle. You know what I'm saying? The turtles. The tortoise is a turtle. Those are unclean. You know what I'm saying? That again, the yellow man, they like to eat tortoise and turtles and stuff. Their favorite one is the soft shell turtle. It hurt my heart to sit there and see that man chop up that turtle like that and still eat it.
I tell you, Salak, son.
Go ahead.
I tell you one thing, eat turtles, it's not just about the yellow man. Hispanic people, they make a good dishes out of it too.
Well, they may be good, but I don't know. I've never tasted turtle.
But they make it out of innocence, according to the book of Hosea. My people don't know who they are because of a lack of knowledge.
Right. Because of lack of knowledge, they're destroyed.
I guess they never sit down and read the Bible. You see?
Right. And understand, hey, I can't be eating turtle. It may look good, it may give you vigor, but I can't eat turtle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't eat that. No. Yeah. Alright, keep going.
Number 30. And the ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole.
Ooh. A ferret. It's one of them dang on things that my dad called them the flexible noodle because that's exactly what they look like. They look like a furry noodle that would run across the floor and they could squeeze and go through everything. A chameleon. A chameleon is something that makes itself blend into its surroundings. It's also from the reptile family. Also, the lizard. I've seen people eat lizards too. That was disgusting. I still think it's disgusting, even if the Bible didn't say that it was unclean for them. The snail. Again, it just makes my skin crawl to see a snail on somebody's plate. I'm talking about it's called escargot. You put a little bit of salt on it. It's like you torturing a snail before you eat it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've ever seen that video of the young boy that was trying to eat it. He was like, nope, threw up and everything. Nope. I mean, I wouldn't do it. And the mole. It's a blind rodent that digs in the ground. Okay? That's what those animals are. Keep going.
31. These are unclean to you amongst all the creep. Whosoever doth touch them when they be dead shall be unclean until the evening.
So, can't touch the carcasses of those either. You'll be unclean into the evening. Again, you'll have to go and take a shower and most likely wash your clothes. Either way I go, you still gonna wash your clothes. You'll still be unclean into that evening. Or say you touched it right after the evening started, right after the sun set, you'll have to go all the way into the next day of sundown for you to be clean. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you touched it 2 minutes after or the minute of that evening. You'll be unclean for that whole day. Alright, keep going.
32. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put unto water, and it shall be unclean until the evening, so it shall be cleansed.
Man, that's crazy. It's telling you that no matter what that carcass is, it's unclean. Period. Soaking in the water and everything, it's still gonna be unclean. You know what I'm saying? So whether it be any vessel of wood or remnant or skin or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, any work is done. You know what I'm saying? It must be put into water, and it shall be unclean unto the evening. So it shall be cleansed. So it needs to be washed, and then after that day into the next evening, or after into the evening, it'll be cleansed. After that evening, you know what I'm saying? It's like it looks like I'm coming up on my time. You know what I'm saying? Again, we got the Day of Atonement coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's September 24th. It's a Sunday from sundown to sundown. You are to not eat or drink any substance until that sundown. You know what I'm saying? So, if I were you, I'd probably eat before the sundown. You know what I'm saying? But sundown to sundown, no food. So that's that coming up. If you are pregnant or you have to take medicine, follow what your camp leader says. If you have to sit there and do that, go ahead and take your medicine, do what you have to. If you're pregnant, make sure you go ahead and eat and you drink and be what you so you can keep the baby healthy. Children that are not able to follow the Day of Atonement, they're good as well. You know what I'm saying? Again, you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, and when you brush your teeth, you spit that water right out. Don't even take a sip. You know what I'm saying? You go to work and you slave like you normally do. And when you're done, you just go ahead and come home, you pray. You know what I'm saying? And when that sundown is done, you go ahead and break that fast with a really good meal. And make sure you get in contact with the school near you. You know what I'm saying? We got the Houston Cookout coming up November 23rd to the 26th. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a glorious thing. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Y'all going to have to get together so you can see what it is, how the UPK do it. You know what I'm saying? We get together and show brotherhood and sisterhood. We eat, we drink, we be married. You know what I'm saying? We have fun. There's no robbing or stealing from each other or no murders or unaliving people. Slightly. Unaliving people. You know what I'm saying? And with that, we'll go ahead and say shalom.
Shalom.